too far away. It's so far away from me.
Can you hear me now? Tony?
Hey, you, mate.
Tony, can you hear me?
Chat.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, Tony. Tony.
He's behind you. No, he's behind you. I mean, I said he's fucking behind you.
It's going to be loud when I blow. Am I going to?
No, that's good.
I'm going to when I
If
blow
you
my
blow
whistle,
your whistle,
it's going to hurt my own ear.
Go on.
I can't now.
No, I just want to see you do it.
That's the roadie, that one there.
I'll do it after
And
this
I'll
game's
go.
done. I'm going to go like this.
And that was what this year was always going to be like. 34 minutes, fucking
I can still hear you.
monster. That's it. Yeah.
Look at this, Shix. A beautiful September day here at the East Torrens Payneham Lacrosse Club for prelim final action as the Div 2s are just wrapping it up. Joined by number one commentator, Mr. Craig Shikara.
Thank you, Tone. What a pleasant day this has turned out to be. A little bit sceptical earlier with a little light sprinkling here and there, but I tell you what, she's warmed up now and looking at this this game of lacrosse here, the Div 2. I expect another humdinger later on this afternoon.
Well, these two teams have met twice this year, with the victors both times being the North Eagles, but it's only been a goal or 2 goals in it. I think it's the first time that Glenelg have actually put their full squad together against them. They've had a few outs, so I don't know how potent that will be. But we're looking forward to a cracker of a game here, aren't we?
We are. Keys, I guess, Tony, is the health and fitness of Garrett Briggs from North Eagles, the face-off man, who has been absolutely dominant all year against all opponents. Was fantastic last week. Couldn't get the boys across the line against the Bombers, but he'll have a huge part to say today.
And I spoke to Garrett earlier and just gave him the how you doing? He goes, 100%.
Dr. Tony, you got the high chair talking to him one-on-one?
Mate, I stood on the top step while he stood on the bottom one, and he was still taller than me.
Very good.
But he's put it out there that he's fully fit, and that's what we want to see, don't we?
Absolutely.
September action. We're in a prelim final, and what we want to see is everyone absolutely at their best, because that's where the real stuff gets played.
For sure.
It is.
Sure. Nerves will play a big part, and I think they'll play a big part for both teams. I think the North Eagles being first time as a group, let's be honest, but first prelim for many of these guys, I would suggest. Might be one or two of them who have snuck through before, but first time cutthroat final, Tone. Things can change. Glenelg, on the other hand, nervous as well because on paper they've certainly got one of the better teams floating around and should really be contesting for the grand final premierships, let's call it.
Yeah,
nervous, it is. They'd be nervous to miss out.
Absolutely nervous. I mean, I said during the week, I think, how much did that loss affect North Eagles mentally? They were up and about, and they were up for that whole game effectively. Brighton didn't get in front until about a minute 4 to go.
Yeah, the big boys stood up, didn't they? Jack Woodford out the centre.
And all of a sudden you get
Chippy, great.
But you get Freeman with a couple, and you saw the relief on his face when he turned, and thank God one of those have gone in, and and as I said, young Mitch Fuss just with a big game winner. So
who's going to be playing that role today for the Seahawks, Tone?
Look, I think Jack Price is their go-to. He's the driver, but I think Webber will get him. Mm-hmm. I think that almost nullifies itself. I think the fact that the Glenelg have the ability to play these left-handers. They've got 3 or 4 left-handers in Williams. The sniper, Luke Keesing.
Great last week, Ben Robinson.
Really good. And look, to be honest, he's been a standout for the year in an offense that has struggled at times. And you spoke about it through the week.
Struggling to throw double figures this year. So does that come into play today? North Eagles probably aren't as powerful up the front end.
Yeah, they're not, but they do have firepower. I mean, you've got Ryan Gaspari, got a couple last week, and as I said, every time he turned around, he had a shorty on him. Yep. And he must have thought he just won a lottery. But he's played in these finals. He was with me in East Torrens. Mm-hmm. He's played in a prelim and a grand final. He was great. I'll tell you what, in that prelim final, and I think that was against you and Glenelg, but he was very good that game. So he's got some experience. I just think the depth runs a little stronger through Glenelg at the moment. Yep. But Braden's been getting just scrap goals, but they're the ones that actually get you over the line.
Of course, they are. Both goalkeepers, big part of today's outcome as well. Looks like for North Eagles, they will start with Jordan Cox again. I'm not sure if Robinson is suited up this week.
He's suited up. They're both suited, I believe.
Yep.
So, and in speaking to them, so I mean that's a big call, to run 2 keepers, but. If one's not going well, but we didn't. I mean, we saw Robbo with no game time last week in that game, so he'll be looking for his opportunity if it comes his way.
Is that the little teaser he needed, Tone?
Or maybe. He's been that side. He's been a stalwart in the cage for him, and all of a sudden to be not that first choice. I reckon it certainly maybe, and when he gets his opportunity, he can hold up in a cage, mate.
Agree. And the Seahawks goalkeeper, Cody Watts, someone you know reasonably well, Tone. For me, North Eagles aren't a big outside shooting team, and that's where Cody plays his best, has his best options there as a goalkeeper. Saves a lot, catches most things from outside. For North Eagles to score 6, 7, 8 or 10, they'll be coming off the crease, I would think, not giving too many goalkeepers much choice or much chance.
Absolutely. And look, he's got a big job in the cage. And you know what? To be honest, in this game, he probably gets BOG if they do win. And probably the other end, the potential to have Jordan Cox being the same.
Early call, regardless.
I mean, but these big games, you know what? And we see it all the time, whether it be a prelim or a grand final. Often the keepers are the ones that get the accolades at the end of the game. It's a hard position to play because if you lose a game like this, through a missed shot, you're the villain, but if you get one, you're the hero, and there is no real in between with keepers. And God, I don't think I'd ever want to go into those positions. But
No, you'd be crazy.
but it's a great
matchup.
matchup between Cox and Watts. You know, I mean, that's the end of the field. Yeah, we've got the middle of the field covered, you know, with and I think Keesing will take the face-off against Briggs, so that's going to be interesting. You know, whether Glenelg run the 2 long sticks off the wings, as they did last time, and run a shorty into defence, which may put pressure on Briggs.
Really negative defensive start if that happens.
It really is. But then again, you have to probably think that way against Briggs because he's been so dominant out of the face-off for the year. So I don't know whether that's something that Glenelg will come to the party with. They did it last week, obviously, against Burnside with Lewis Dow, who was a strong face-off player. So we'll see whether the coaching staff of Glenelg run that same route. But you know what? I think Glenelg's offense, if they get up to speed and they fire, then they'll you know what, they probably run away with this. But you know, look, North Eagles had an opportunity to win that game by 4 or 5 goals last week, and Chippy was the saving grace.
He was.
And the reason that he didn't.
He was. I don't know if that'll be a run out, Tony. That'll certainly be one against the Cards because a run out or a blowout just hasn't been on the agenda for Glenelg this year, struggling to score 10 a game. I mean, I see this as a complete slug, especially if, like you mentioned,
if it's in the centre.
Well, if they're going to go defensive at the centre with two long poles and put a shorty down back, that to me immediately puts you in a defensive frame of mind. So they're thinking a hard-fought slug out. You know, 6-on-6 teams seem to be struggling right across the board scoring goals. So.
And I'm just watching, sorry, mate, I'm just watching Briggs here. He's warming up Jordan Cox. He doesn't normally wear a knee brace with a patch on his knee. So whether or not that was calf last week, I don't know. It certainly doesn't look like he's got anything in a hamstring there. Just while he's warming up, I'm watching him shoot and see how his gait is going when he's stepping down to shoot. And he looks a bit not extended there, but it's only a warm-up. But yeah, that defensive style of the cross, mate, we could be in for a 5-4 game, given the time goes really quickly in these 15-minute quarters.
We could be. Either way, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tight. We're just looking in the background here. The Div 2 final has now finished, and Glenelg have gone through 8-5 victors, and that sends Brighton out in straight sets. West Torrens, of course, playing sitting in the background, waiting in this Div 2 final, and they're absolutely stacked, that Eagles Div 2 team. So good luck to both of those teams next week. And Div 1, Tone, what happened there in the Div 1?
So the Div 1, Burnside went down quite convincingly to Brighton, as you probably would have expected after what would have almost been a shock to Brighton.
Yeah.
You know, they might have been lining up the trenches if they dropped that one and just firing squad. Because they don't like that down in Brighton land to not make these grand finals.
As predicted, wasn't it, Tone?
It was predicted. Absolutely. So you're going to have a Glenelg-Brighton game in the Div 1 next week.
Yep.
I believe the Div 1 women as well. Burnside going down in that. It hasn't been a very productive day for Burnside. I think the only team that's got up is the under-17s with the Blue Bears.
Okay.
So they'll meet Glenelg next week. So Glenelg certainly booking their spots in the grand final.
Full calendar date next Saturday for the Seahawks.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we're absolutely looking at some really good games. There's the black and whites just go through their mean out there. I'm just looking out there. It looks like we've got Marty Baker. So we got Marty Baker. Shane Abbott looks like he's the head referee. We've got Gowdy, Zach, and Ricky as our officiating for today. And I
think we're mic'd up with Shane, so we might get an early word from him.
Probably give you a minute or so. All right. Yep. All right. Good luck.
There we go. Early talks there, Tone. We might have just come across a little bit late on the who won the toss, but it looks like Glenelg will be shooting left of screen, I would think.
So that's sun at the moment. Is it going to play a part in this? I mean, it's always a bit lower in the sky this time of the year.
Commonly known this year as the 3:30 effect.
Yes, as we are starting later. And I'm just watching Jordan Cox there a couple of times too. He looks nervous in that cage because there's a couple of times he's gone to throw the ball and it's run out the back of his stick and he's had to pick it up again. So are there some nerves there for this team? We'll find out. I mean, given they sort of go in the first 2 or 3 minutes, do you expect a physical game today?
No, I don't.
No?
No.
Don't think anyone's got the...
I don't. I don't. There's a few from each team, more so North Eagles than Glenelg, but both teams run reasonably light and not that physical a game. And Jordan Coxtone, I mean, the man has represented Australia before at a World Cup level, so this will just be like riding a bike for him. He'll just have the first couple of minutes to reacclimatise himself. I expect a big game from Jordan Cox, big goalkeeper.
Well, he's been very good against this side.
Yep.
You know, and as in why probably he's got the nod over Robbo. Yep. But we'll see how that plays out for the game. And just as the sun sort of dips behind one of the clouds here, it's 3:38 is the time. And get online and let us know your predictions for the game today between the North Eagles and Glenelg. And we'd love to, we'll get to as many comments as we can as we get this game underway. But I'll tell you what, prelim final across, it doesn't get any better than this. And this books the big dance for the Men's State League as the two teams are just about to come out on the ground, and they're led by Nate Ryan for the North Eagles.
Moments away.
So North Eagles coming onto the ground, and the crowd's built up here too, hasn't it, Shicks? There's plenty of people down at the East Torrens Payneham Lacrosse Club as we get to just about kick in for this big State League battle. And Dan Evans leading the Seahawks out. And we're expecting an absolutely cracking game if this year's, or the season this year, is anything to go by. Hasn't been a lot of high-scoring games throughout the year.
Hasn't been, Tone. So I'm just having a look at the lineups here.
Righty, fellas, as we know, I'm Shane. We've got Marty, Gowdy on the field, Ricky and Zach in the box. Enjoy, have fun, go the ball, play hard, play fair, enjoy the day.
And there we go, head referee Shane Abbott just setting the tone for the players out there, and we wish the boys in black and white good luck too, and hopefully it's a nice free-flowing game and they don't get caught up in some some ticky-tack ones, because it's finals across, it's hard, it's physical.
Braden Munn on the camera for us today up the front there. You'll have these pictures brought to you by Braden, and of course driving the bus today with Marty Baker. Out there umpiring on the field, we've got young Hayden Egg, so expect good things here today. Trouble-free.
I'm just going to say we're expecting no dropouts today, because Hayden is all over this, and we've got rid of Marty and put him out of the field, haven't we?
Yeah, we requested that he umpires today and next week.
So here we go. Here's the battle to start with. We've got Briggs up against Keesing. And you can hear them just chatting out there with Shane Abbott at the moment. And Shane, and it's great that we can have Shane mic'd up for the day.
It's all friendly banter out here so far.
Yep, so the boys just lining up in offense there. We've got Twisky, Braden and Gaspari. And at this stage, K-Man's picked up Gaspari. You've got young Ben Newman.
Defensive options here for Glenelg on the wings. They've gone pole on pole, although Webber does run the offensive side for the Eagles with Garrett Briggs taking face, so that's no real surprise there for
we'll let you touch the lines on these
Seahawks.
boys. They're a bit thick. Ready to go. Down you go.
Good to me.
Good.
So here we go. Whistle about to go for the State League prelim final. Whistle's up. Garrett with the ball. Picks it up, and they will have first opportunity, but the pressure's been stuck on them straight away. Lukey Roberts' sword.
Oh, look at that. Nice
comes
little fake
out,
early
and
from the sword.
that is just about an offside there, but Brody Nickel just getting out of bounds before that gets over. And we see Garrett Briggs with the ball into offense as the affectionately known K-Man gets out on his hands.
Interesting switch there. I'm not sure if that was a Kesavan to Briggs, more of a Palmer to Gaspari. Either of those boys wouldn't be able to handle Gaspari. He carries more weight in his wallet.
He's a solid attacker, and if he wants to go, he will. And he's a very box-orientated player, can hold a good ball. So I'll tell you what, there'll be a slide coming if he does decide to put some muscle into it. As we see here, Simpson with the ball up against young Newman, just pops that one over the top. No damage done, kicks it out to Twisky. Twisky down the back. This is Jack Waller. Jack Waller picking up Griff Capella. And Griff just letting him know, but good inside. And there's the first one.
Easy.
And I'll tell you what, Briggs' hamstring looks all right at the moment, because that one is just straight down the middle. And we'll see this on the Living Choice instant replay. No.
Nice initial D there, Capella on Waller. Waller took the heat early, step back, and I tell you what, Briggs just lost Dan Evans on a left-handed cut. caught a nice one and slotted in the top shelf.
Just rattling that cookie jar early up the top shelf, Shicks. And if that's the way they've got out, though. They've got out like this in the last few games where they've had those opportunities. And I tell you what, if Briggs is cutting like that and there's no issue with those legs, it could be a long day.
Keep it here, gentlemen.
So Briggs.
Long pole immediately into the face for
and it
Glenelg.
pays off. So we've got Williams. Oh, that's a great check there from Weber. Weber's just axed him. He comes down. He'll put that away. Good save there from Watts. And he will get that. And there's an outlet just stepped away. So Cody.
Great save there. Watts, early ball. Capella quick enough to get the ball back, but Palmer now running the ball out.
What a
Easy
great check
clear.
that was from Weber on Williams. Williams is also a hard man to get a ball out of his stick too. He loves that box game. But Glenelg getting offense for the first time. The sniper steps in, allowed to get in. And bang, in the blink of an eye. And I'll tell you what, they're going to have to tighten up that defence. They were looking around at who's got who.
That's the nerves tone, isn't it? We've got Sword Roberts there having a look around, pointing fingers now. But if we have a look earlier, there was a really, really poor communication. Had plenty of time to set up defensively. They didn't, leaving himself 2-on-1. He was hedging his bets there. Would they go to Williams or not? Robbo went himself. That was the Ben Robinson
And Pat
variety.
Palmer doing a great job in the centre there, just to make it a neutral ball against Briggs. But I tell you, yeah, they're going to have to step out and play better defence than that North Eagles. So we'll say that's two defensive errors, from one from North and one from Glenelg.
Oh, Briggs dropped the stick there, almost like a cradling error, but good enough to...
Palmer, he's coming to put pressure on him, hasn't he? And I think that's a good matchup, Palmer on Briggs, and he's just going to find his way to the bench. As Jack Waller with the ball. Kicks it down to Nathan Twisk, and Twisky just right down the back there.
Nate Ryan.
And Nate Ryan got a nice little goal last week, just stepping off the... he just lost his defender.
Sneaking that back
Sneaked
corner,
the
didn't
back
he?
corner,
Yeah,
and no
lovely.
one was on him. And that's what they're looking for. And this is what they don't mind doing. They don't mind throwing that through ball to the North Eagles. So here we go, Polden. He tried to do this last week and unload, and he's trying to get in again. And he doesn't mind those big shots, does Polden. But picked a shorty up in Keesing. And they will obviously try. And Polden, just look at him coming off there, Shicks. He just looks a little sore in the leg as he came off there. Might have wanted a bit more pressure than he thought he was going to get from Luke Keesing.
Good handle, though, there from Braden Simpson.
Could be a hold here if he gets... There's
Two
a
to
hold
come,
call.
flag up, fakes one to Waller, goes himself again. There's three of them. Gives himself half a chance. No shot on cage.
So
he's gone in the crease.
He has gone in the crease with the ball, so that should be simultaneous. No, we got the hold for 30.
Must have missed the crease.
Must have missed the crease because he had the ball. It went in the crease. It should have been a simultaneous penalty there. But the first one has been called, and it was definite hold. It went straight between the legs and tried to open him up like a can.
Man up, North Eagles.
And this is where they do want you to bite. They want that to come out on the come out and overcommit here. So 30-second penalty. Ball with Twisk. Kicks it to Gaspari. Movement from Ryan. Ryan Gaspari. Twist. Looks down the bottom corner. Opens up this side. But just not in a shooting position is Waller. And defence just holding that one out at the moment. Back up here to Briggs. Briggs, he's looking for that little whatever ball.
Nice and controlled, though. The
Briggs.
wheel comes. The penalty release, 30-second hold only. So no shot on cage. Well held out by the Seahawks there. But nothing lost for the Eagles.
Nothing lost for the Eagles. They certainly didn't show much in that 30-second there that Glenelg would have picked up. And you see Matty Bartlett just finds his way from the centre line to get down to Nate Ryan and even it up. And Briggs, and this is a test. He just, I don't know. It just looks a little...
No, I think you're looking way too much into it, Tony.
Okay.
Absolutely way too much into it. Let's just worry about other things. Right?
I'm just watching his gait here at the moment. He's labouring that right leg. But ball down the back, and they're going to throw the ball better than that too, just quietly. But Nate Ryan with the ball. Just trying to invert the shorties here to let these outside cutters find their way. Obviously easier to pass the ball with the shorty on you.
Twisk goes low. Simpson says, no. We know the game plan. We're going to go at Capella with the pole. Twisk, no hiding the secret here. He's going left. Space opens up. No double
good work
comes.
there from Capella.
Was good double.
Oh, there's plenty of heat being thrown out here as well. Good look to Newman. Newman under pressure. Good work from Waller. Waller just turn around and good work there from Ben, and just needs to kick it down, and he finds the sniper. The sniper just says, let's get it out, and he puts it down the back corner as the substitution is Bartlett coming from the centre, and great work there from young Benji Newman.
It was good. More heat needs to go on Newman while passing. Stick is a absolute sack, and the ball just floats out of there, so there's opportunities for these guys to pressure on him on the release.
So the sniper got the first one of the game by just stepping in, and no one came to him. So opportunity here. Kai Williams. He's up against Ollie North. There's a good matchup. Just a couple of young players in the competition. So ball down the back. Paddy Gray picks up Brody Nickel.
Nice and wide here, the offence setting up as we have a look there. Palmer is being guarded heavily by Webber, and he's gone straight to the crease, so he's almost conceded, you would think, Tone, because normally all drive comes out of Jack Price up top centre, doesn't it?
And I think that's probably something Glenelg would have thought about. Keesing, he picks up the shorty here. Waller with the Keesing, so they're going to just play that maybe their little two-man game on this side here between the two of them. Williams kicks it to Bartlett. Bartlett picks up the shorty down the side. Slide comes, pops down the back. Luke looks down, kicks it the other side. Good inside look. Good knockdown, though. That was a good stick there from Lukey Roberts' sword, but no damage done. And Cutters not there for Glenelg, and Luke Keesing just takes it back. He does.
Webber half chance on that ground ball. Couldn't get it. Good swooping there by the Seahawks to give themselves another chance at it. And Bartlett looks like he's the one out there. Nate Ryan picking him up, so he's looking confident.
So ball back up the top, and we see this rotation. And Glenelg are very structured in their offence, aren't they? They like this structured offence, and Keesing just steps round, pops down. Good to Nickel. Nickel fires and puts that one away. And a good, solid set of offence there. And Brody Nickel will get his first of the game. It's out to a 2-1 game here, as we see
look at the
here
replay,
on
Tone.
the replay.
Yep, 180 finance. So Keesing just driving hard on that shorty, and the double come, and Paddy Gray found himself in no man's land. Brody Nickel, not a known shooter from outside.
No, he sort of took that 45 mantle, didn't he? And you normally see young Todd Bartlett on that 45. But we've got a 2-1 game here, the way of the Glenelg Seahawks, with about 9 minutes to go. And Briggs again with the centre, up against Palmer. Palmer steps, pops, looks down the bottom, not there. Bang, and Gaspari says, do not leave me. That's gone through the net.
That has gone through the net.
That has gone through the net.
Cody Watts, have a look at him going, what are you talking about? I thought I got a piese of that. No, you didn't, mate.
No,
you haven't
absolutely
even seen it yet.
didn't. And we'll have a look at this on the replay, but that has gone straight through the net. And Gaspari, how did he find himself down in that bottom corner by himself in that face-off situation, Chicks? It's just...
Oh, it was a fast break, Tone. So
but Palmer,
Simpson catches, goes high, draws the slide off the fast break. It was almost a no-look shot in the end, wasn't it?
It was. And Gaspari, again, I was speaking to someone earlier, I reckon if he gets 2 or 3, North Eagles win this game. But that one definitely just went straight through the net. And they will spend a bit of time just repairing that, because we've seen those waved off before, Chicks.
We have.
And we don't want to do that in a final. So Gaspari gets his first of the game. It is a 2-all game here. And just some running repairs as we get a bit of a hold up here.
Does say on the scoreboard there, Glenelg v Brighton, but that is not a premonition. That is just a slight glitch, and we're looking to get it sorted out. So bear with us. Bear with us. So
not only do we have to fix the hole in the net, we've got to fix the hole in our scoreboard.
Yeah. So we'll give you a little bit of time there. We've got to replay that last score. We might have a look at the fast break there. Tony,
I honestly thought that
we might be asking too much, because we're just trying to get that.
Yeah, but Palmer's got plenty of pressure here. You know, that slide, I mean, he's probably ready to go. I mean, hey, that's what the North Eagles want. The North Eagles want you to bite because they relish that slide. And as soon as they do, that ball's moved very quickly into an open spot. And away they go. Anyone online, Shicks, as they just about set this one?
We do. We're managing to hold on to a few time with a slight little delay, but they're all online. Don't be frightened, guys. Get stuck into it. And I'll tell you what you don't need to do. Don't click on any of those links that you see pop up from our friend Caffey and the likes. Don't click on any of those links.
And a good ball there from Bartlett. He's so they had two, pole in the face and a pole on the wing there, and another good job there from Palmer. Just the surface gave way a little there.
It did.
It's a little sandy out here, Shicks. There's a little bit of sand being put on the ground, probably to soak up some of the wet weather we've had over the last couple of weeks.
Sun is doing a good job there as well, Tony, isn't it? The sun is roaring at the moment.
Right. I'll tell you what, I've got a jacket on and it may come off at quarter time. And Price finds himself up against Ollie North, so he's been able to switch that Weber match. And we've got Weber, who finds himself down on the back on Kai Williams now. So certainly looking at taking him out of the play, aren't they, when they have the opportunity? Or making him get into the play and make that slide. Palmer, this is his traditional role.
North got him wrapped up in the back corners at this point, and Palmer there throws one wide, nearly goes out of bounds, and that is out of bounds.
And he slipped.
Yep.
And out of bounds it goes.
So Luke Keesing there.
And we just see the surface there, don't we, Shicks? Just lost the footing, and an opportunity here for...
well covered.
But shuts down that fasty. And
Glenelg back in numbers. So North Eagles now.
So that's something both teams will have to speak about with this surface when you're trying to turn.
No, well, don't stand on the lines and you'll be all right.
You reckon they're slippery? Waller picks the ball up. He can fire a shot when he has the opportunity. Oh, that one's just gone wide.
Was a nice little shot there. Little speed dodge down the alley there, Waller.
And he's able just to sneak inside there, wasn't he?
So they're able to find...
holes.
Oh, hang on a minute. We've got the wrong call trying to be overruled, being re-overruled. So ball will come in. All is forgotten.
So ball down the back. Gaspari on Palmer. Just looking to create some space on this. Nice knock down there. Just tried to find Twisk. And Twisk got 4 last time these guys met.
Hard matchup for him.
It absolutely is. So ball in the stick of Nate Ryan. Just kicks it down the back here to Waller.
Waller turning on the Kezavan and turns him inside out.
So they got this is the matchup. I think they don't mind going through. Twisk, he can hold the ball. Double coming, good double there, and that's going to be a withholding call as that ball stuck in the stick and it was upside down. So no, that's going to have to be, and he needs to give that ball up. Otherwise, there may be a flag coming.
Luke McCard
steps inside. And McCard, he beelined. He caught that bus, didn't he?
That's fine. That's fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tickets, please. Tickets, please.
So, ball down in the offensive end. It is 2-2 here in the first quarter of the Men's State League Grand Final. Prelim final.
Prelim, Tone.
I'm getting excited already.
1 week at a time. 1 week at a time.
So, ball down with Williams. Williams has Evans up the top. Bartlett to his left. Bartlett with the ball. Kicks the ball down to Price. Price with a matchup of Weber. Lukey Roberts Sword with the matchup on the sniper. And they're definitely trying to get through these shorties, aren't they?
Mitch Speck with his first look at it. Bartlett drives.
And that slide came really early. Needs to...
Yeah, that's fine.
Just ran him out wide. Nice. Williams off the side. Bang. Good save from Cox.
Big Cox. Gets in the way, as they always
stopped
do.
It from going in, didn't he?
Beautiful saving there by big Jordan Cox. And he says, after that one, I'll put it in the basket, and I'll walk it up the field.
So he's looking at Lukey Sword here, and they probably saw the slip happen here, so they might just try and push him out to this side. Great break up there from Twiski. To put it, Gray with the ball, just under a lot of pressure here. Jordan steps, pops, not a great Not a great throw.
That's
Twisk. And he's just going to walk over here. And Twisky. And Lukey Roberts-Sword with the ball. Brings it into offense. Kicks it to Jack Waller. Waller steps, pops. Good save there from Watts down low. And pops it up. And they've got a break here. If they go. So
Bartlett.
numbers here.
Todd Bartlett, he's regathered himself.
Off
That's
the
another
bar.
good save, isn't it? So Jordan Cox's movement there was just enough to not offer
push
too
him up.
much up. Yeah.
Push him up to the bar, wasn't it?
Bartlett, after being turned inside out defensively, managed to regain, got himself on the end of that fast break.
And then Nickel with the shot there. Just, that's...
Another
that
good
one's off
save.
the...
So a little bit of miscommunication, slow gathering there. Briggs on the inside. Ball's gone out. Bartlett to bring it back inside.
2-2 game here in the first.
Bartlett goes left, drives hard.
The double comes, so they needs to move the ball on. Numbers up, steps up the top, looks inside, bang, another great
big
save from
save.
Cox.
Gonna need better than
And
that.
whistle on the field, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. We've got a 2-2 game, and Jordan Cox,
Huge couple of saves, Tone.
just massive in the context, and could have easily just got that up. And I'll tell you what, we're going to have a look at our replays brought to our great sponsors on 180 Finance Traditional and our newest
Young Real Estate.
Young Real Estate. So let's have a look at these. This is Luke Keesing, just steps in, steps down, looks up, popped, and that was the one on the opposite side there with Nickel, who you're right, doesn't get on the cage too many times.
Yeah, not known for his outside shooting, and Cox let him get past then. That might be all we've got, but I tell you what, he found his feet late in that quarter, Jordan Cox, and kept the Eagles right involved here. Huge end of the first quarter.
He's already earned his stripes in this prelim with those few saves, hasn't he? Certainly, right place, right time, and the ones he didn't quite get to, he had his body in the right position and forced the shooter to shoot high and a couple off the bar. So that's all the goalie's work being done there.
It is.
So what are you seeing? And
what I'm seeing, Tone, is there's nothing wrong with the right leg of Garrett Briggs.
Yep, tick.
I'm seeing a lot of good movement down offensively for North Eagles. Glenelg look to have their plans. We've got the matchups right, we think, at both ends. It's going to be a tough game. A little bit of transition play at the moment. That'll die out, I would suspect. North Eagles right in this.
Absolutely. 2-2 game. And what are you seeing there, Braid? Anything that sticks out for you behind the camera there? He's doing 2 jobs here.
I was particularly impressed with Braden Simpson's holding the ball and poise on that fast break. He caught it, he looked to shoot it, he kept holding, and then gave it down to Gaspari for the older look away into the top corner.
Yep, and it was a good shot into the top corner too, was it, from Gaspari? In fact, the shot was that good, it went straight through the net. And they had to fix that one up. So that's the heat that Gaspari shoots with when he's given the opportunity.
Absolute blister, wasn't it, Tone?
Absolutely. So now the sun just starting to set in this northern end, back towards the southern. So opportunity here now for both sides. It's a 2-2 game if you're just joining us here live and free on the Lacrosse South Australia TV network. And we see Palmer again in the face-off against Briggs, and he just flicks it forward, kicks it to Weber, and they've had a combination this year, those two.
They really do look for each other, but just
that was a good trail
enough
check there from Dan Evans.
Just enough of a check there, force it out of bounds.
So ball in the stick with Watts, and he will bring it up. He's got Capella to his left, he's got K-Man to his right. And normally a pretty good clearer out of defence.
A lot of pressure today. A lot of pressure, a lot on the line here. Nice easy one to Evans presents. Twist's got him, but makes light work of that. But picked up easily there by Weber, and the communication is quite good coming back into D for the Eagles.
And I think Luke Keesing won't mind picking up Coyle there in defence. As Nate Ryan's down there as well.
As they look to sub and get their offensive guys out there. Williams comes out. He's picked up by Ollie North. That might be a matchup that'll continue on throughout time.
They look like those two young guys are going to spend a lot of time with each other and get to know each other's games. And Luke Keesing, he's just said, look, I'm going to take a bit of responsibility here and take on this short stick. Just steps inside, steps around, definitely looking to go through. The slide comes, need to move the ball here. Williams with the ball, kicks it over to the sniper. Robinson just misses Todd Bartlett, and that's nearly run out of bounds. Just needs to be a little bit better than that with our stick skills at this sort of game. Down to Price and gets back to Keesing. So Keesing looks to go again. They've set in a 1-4 here, Shicks.
Which makes a slide package easy for a dodger from X.
Oh, that's a good, that one's off the bar. Oh, great pickup from Keesing, great save. Oh, great, I was about to say, great save from Jordan Cox, but that's just tippled out his stick. Unlucky there, but what a pickup from Luke Keesing. Let's see this one on the 180 traditional replay. Pops out, that one come off the post. Good shot, Keesing picks up, pops it. And huge save there again from unlucky Chicks, unlucky from Cox.
Good save, bobbled around a little and popped in. Looked okay there. The North defence, they had that early drive covered well, slid well, recovered well. Keesing just got caught a lucky break there, didn't he?
Got a lucky break, but he made his own luck with that ground ball. That was actually a really good pickup. And we've got a 3-2 game, and again Palmer up against. So this is the one they want. Good trail check there from Palmer. And the ball will come out, and this is the one you need to put pressure on, Chicks, you're saying. Oh, that's a fair check.
Yeah, a fair bit of meat on that bone, wasn't there?
Had a fair bit of, and we're going to have a late flag called here. And that might be either for the push or it's going to be for the slash. We've got a 1 minute slash there, Chicks.
Must have been the one that that found the hamstring there, Tone, I think.
It's always good to test them out, isn't it?
It is, it is.
So we see Glenelg's first man up of the day. And we'll see what they bring.
Haven't seen a lot of Tom Polden after his first run, Tone. Maybe he's...
He went off being a little ginger, mate. I did see him run off to the bench and he looked ginger. So he has been prone to some injuries over his career.
Okay, yep. Yeah, but it looks like he's paid the $11 entrance fee and he's just spectating at this point.
Well, we hope he's got a free ticket because you don't want to play that much of a game and not. And
oh, loose ball, not taken care of. So rotation comes through. Left-handed side, Williams, but slow ball movement there. North Eagles have it well collected. Through ball.
Pop. Oh, there's another little one on Nickel was down the bottom there. That's hit the pipe. And not a bad shot from, but that next one down to Brody Nickel with the eyes up.
Is on, isn't it?
He just pops it around and all he has to do is put himself around that. So, you know.
Evened up as twist comes on from high centre.
Oh, that's just a terrible pass.
Yep.
Cox is down.
Geez.
Ball up in the air. Jordan Cox on the ground. But recovers, and Luke Keesing with another big ground ball just says, you know what, let's settle it down again. And he wants it up to Price straight away because he's picked up Sword up the top. So opportunity here from Price. He drives, pops down there. Oh, that's just nailed Lukey Roberts' Sword straight in the back. Not a fantastic shot there, Shicks.
And the Eagles now will just gain a bit of composure. Ball in stick. Cox looks for an outlet. Finds twist down low.
And he picks up, oh, that's a great check there from the sniper. Not only has he got his sights set on goals, and he's going to wear a flag here.
Surely not.
No.
Surely not.
Free arm. Oh, there's one. That one will get called, and there we go. So an opportunity here again for Glenelg. Bartlett steps in, steps out. He goes away from the cage, fires off the post again. And Toddy Bartlett rattling that left-hand pipe with his last couple of shots. But we'll see Glenelg get another man-up opportunity.
Have a look here. The pressure Glenelg are putting the North Eagles under is immense, Tone.
I'm just watching, is it Brody Nickel there? He's just on his haunches a little. So a fair bit of work being done there, but let's see if that next pass comes, if it happens again. Nickel with the ball.
Rotation.
Bartlett, they just need to kick this ball quicker, don't they, Shicks?
They do. Here it comes through. Williams, who does he look to? No one. Webber's there. North for the Eagles as well.
So,
Sword Roberts, go back below. Crease man pops in. Sniper high. Pass not on, was it?
I think he was thinking of shooting that. I think he had in his mind that he was going to shoot it. And good fake there from Bartlett. But this is their man up. They just need to find some here. You got down the bottom, Williams, and that stick side high.
Real
And
gumball,
a great pick up there, but with pressure on, ball coming back towards the centre. There's a loose ball push, not picked up. And Keesing with the ball. And he's got Newman on the side. He's got Jack Price inboard. And as Shane Abbott just tries to get acquainted with the spectators.
Must be those shoes, Tone. They look a little big for him.
So you don't reckon he's put 2 pairs of socks in?
Well, from what I've heard, he's left his shoes behind today, and he's picked up somebody else's.
Hey, well, I mean, you know what? Anything to be out there, Shicks. That's what you do, isn't it?
That's right. That's exactly right, Tone.
So the North Eagles shutting down that man-up opportunity. And I'll tell you what, Glenelg, once they ran that first set, just looked like they were in a bit of disarray with that man-up, just not knowing where to head beyond that. But Keesing picks up the shorty again, takes him to X. Coyle.
Yep.
Look, we did that in unison, Shicks, then. That was all like stereo if you're listening.
Old stereo.
He won't mind taking him out this far because Luke Keesing, when he beats him, if he can beat him.
But he hasn't. Coyle.
Steps inside.
Great D there.
Just managed to recover, didn't he?
Robinson now. He's got Twist, who's got space and fires one away. Bartlett with the backup, so they'll have another chance. That gives the Eagles a chance now to sort some matchups as they do. And Bartlett strolls back out from the back corner. Sword Roberts waiting for him. High centre.
So Webber up against Price. I don't know that's the engagement that you'd take necessarily. I mean, they sort of neutralise each other out, don't they, those two?
So what do you want him to do? Just sit in the guts and do nothing?
No, I want him to have a go.
Righto, well, let's let him have a go.
Oh, steps in, and there's having a go. Good work there.
Ben Robinson just getting the inside roll. Well, the inside lane, I should say, as we look at the replay here, the 180 replay. It's hard to see there.
It is a little hard to see with the sun here. Shicks, and it just steps inside his defender, and that was Lukey Roberts' sword, I reckon.
Might have been.
Just a cheeky little face dodge.
Little face dodge on the longie. And
didn't get the cross check on, and he just waltzed in unencumbered.
Caught napping from the senior North Eagles defender.
And that's Robinson's second of the game, one in each quarter. And while we've got an opportunity, we might send a big shout out to our sponsors. We've got Traditional Group. If you needed anything done around the house, Traditional on tradvc.com.au on 8376 3639. What were you saying last night, Shicks? Our sponsors actually working really well together.
They do, of course. Looking for a house, secure some finance. So let's go to 180.
180.
You got the money sewn up. Off to Young Real Estate. Find the house.
And if
Find an older house.
And if I buy an older house,
save some money. Find an older house. Then you knock on the door down there at Traditional, and they'll put up a new roof and new veranda and new gutters and new driveway, new carport. You name it.
Our sponsors are like us when we accessorise when we go out, aren't they? Jeans and sneakers. They always go well together.
So it looks like Jeremy Morton gets his first crack at it today.
The 2 10s sitting on the outer side here. We've got a 4-2 game. Glenelg just with the only scores in this quarter. We haven't seen North Eagles with an offensive foray yet.
It was a clear break by
Briggs just lost the ball, but Webber gets crunched, loses the ball. Good work there from young Seb Artis, and picked up though.
Braden Simpson goes to space and finds himself an outlet in Nate Ryan.
And Nate Ryan just being asked to, as the shadows just sneak across the ground here, as that sun gets to its highest point. And good pick up there too by Webber when he didn't know the ball was coming to him, and good pressure also by young Hardis, who's just picked up a long stick not long ago.
Down through X, nice and settled. So North Eagles not panicking just yet. 4-2 the scoreline against them. As Twisk finds himself, it looks like an avenue to goal that they like to have a look at. But Nate Ryan says, no, I'll have a go at Matt Bartlett as he starts chopping away on the bottom hand.
If a wood chop could chop wood. So ball up the top again, and we haven't seen Polden, have we?
Speed Demons up the top. Waller.
Oh, there's that footing that we were talking about with the sand.
Blows a tyre.
And I can tell you, here's an opportunity for Morton with his first touch, and that is an inner turnover. So he'll be happy with his first touch of the game. They're going to have to watch their footing out there. Ball up the top here to Evans, and Evans just waits for the subs to come on.
Something as a coach, Tone, you'd like to make mention to the players from now on, the footing?
Absolutely, especially down this northern end. I mean, they're trying to dodge, and that's twice that we've seen in a quick turning motion feet go from under. So it's certainly something with the sand on the field that you'd have to have a chat about. But
you've had great experience out here at this club.
Very much so.
You know the field very, very well.
I would suggest though that I haven't seen it like this.
Sandy?
Not as sandy as this.
All the slippages have been happening in front of the goal, though, so maybe something to attack the goal from behind.
Oh, another one there. And Kai Williams.
Just like that.
He slipped one, but he's slipped one in the back of the net. And out to a 5-3 lead here. We'll look at this one on the 180 Finance traditional replay.
Yeah, 5-2.
Just seeing here again. Picks up the shorty, gets around, not much angle, and just pops that one over the top shoulder. And a lot of their goals are coming from that position.
5-2 the Bays. As we see, we've updated that scoreboard to keep everyone happy at home. The North Eagles, well done to our producers on the fly. Gee, left with a real conundrum there, weren't we? But able to fix that on the fly. How good is young Hayden Head going?
Tell you what, we found a new one. Marty, you got
the Bays are keeping on with the pole in the face-off. Griggs good enough on this occasion, although he has copped a couple of big ones on that free hand just then.
And Webber just says, I'm going to just come back over into defence. I've done my job. And we see a double substitution. And ball in the stick of Nathan Twisk, who kicks it up to Garrett Briggs. Over to Jack Waller. Down to Ryan Gaspari. And all the way down the back.
So needing a spark here, the North Eagles, to keep the mojo up and about. Who's going to deliver that, Tony?
Well, I'm going to say Briggs. I'm going to say Briggs,
well,
and
he's got a bung leg, though, you're telling us. He can't do that.
I think he's still good enough.
Righto.
Ball down at the bottom of Simpson. He got away with a little one with the arm there. Inside roll
Back
and pops it
inside.
away.
Fantastic.
And just overcommitted. Great work there from Simpson.
Gee, we haven't seen Braden Simpson move like that for a while. That's fantastic play. Look at that through X, driving hard on that left-hand side. Ben Robinson doing not a lot wrong, covering.
Oh, just lost his player, didn't he?
No help defence, and Cody Watts absolutely lost in the goal circle.
Just came out and got straight over the top.
Absolutely lost. Do your defenders a favour and stay in the hole and save them, Tone.
That's what you're there for.
That's right.
Simpson, with his first of the game, brings it back to a 5-3 game. And face-off to be won. And a little kick out the back. Falls over.
Yeah, Hardest couldn't get that, and it looks like
pressure
Nate
being
Ryan,
put on from Ryan. Ryan just goes backwards, finds
good composure, goes back to
Lukey
Roberts, and Cox says, I'll have a go of it, boys. It's set up. Put it in the basket. Let me walk it up a little bit. There's a few options come streaming out off the bench, and still we see no Polden, Tone, so
he might be done for the day, mate.
Well, I think he might well be.
But I tell you, they're certainly not done with, because if Simpson can get that, that's
Cox
not good.
Gray,
Under
Gray,
massive pressure, Gray flicks it forward, picked up by the sniper. And is this one coming back with interest? No, we've got a timeout called to Glenelg. Obviously, potentially limited time in this second quarter here, Shicks. Maybe that's why that is, but Gray with a huge error there.
Yeah, unforced. There was 2 errors there, right? The drop pass out of bounds.
And then the flick.
Yeah, flick it back into the middle of the field, unknown. I mean, just let the ball go out, right?
And you flicked it to a dangerous player, and it's but obviously Henry has got the clock right on the bench, and probably some limited time in this one, so he wants last shot at the cage, and would be a bit of a blow if Glenelg can put one away here before half time and extend it out to a 6-3 lead.
Looks like a lot of the talking here. So in the 2 groups, the offensive group is Steve Mortimer, and defensively looks like
is that Fish?
Looks like Nathan Bolton doing
Oh,
all
Bolton,
the
sorry.
talking down in defence. So they're separating here, looking for a final thrust, and it'll be somewhat of a dagger too, Tone, if they could score one into the break.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got a 5-3 game. It's on the edge, and this is about where North were last week, on the other side of the fence. And again, it is a lower scoring game. We expected that it would potentially either dry up as the game went on, and
So unsure exactly of time left on clock, but what we do know, it must be getting close with a timeout called.
so Williams picks up North.
6-on-6 situation.
William likes his matchup by the look of it. Evans. So Gray. And here we go, the sniper
Robinson.
against Lukey Roberts' sword. Roberts kicks it down the back. Kicks it to Williams. Williams steps inside. He loses the ball. And he's in the crease with a loose ball. So that'll be play on. And North Eagles with an opportunity. What they don't want to do is give away a penalty here. Coming into the, and there it is.
Flag's up.
Flag is thrown. I tell you what, if that was a 100-metre race, that flag has beaten everyone. That's gone about that long.
It has Coyle.
So they'll just hold the ball here. Tell you what.
That's another one too. And that's fair enough too.
Yep.
That is absolutely fair enough. He's worn it across the back.
same
Sure,
one.
it's got a bit of
Marty.
stick in it.
Let's listen to Shane here and just see what
Marty,
these calls
come
are.
here.
So thanks
What
to
have you
Shane.
Got a ward as well
On
on 1-7.
1-7. Okay.
So 1-7.
A ward.
simultaneous.
Okay. So we got simultaneous. We got the slash and then the ward.
So the ball will stay North Eagles way.
There we go.
That'll be grey.
The Glenelg fans up in arms, and the call was for them.
They're a hard crowd to please, aren't
They
they?
are very hard to
Hey,
please.
the black and golds. But a ward called there, which is a 30-second penalty.
So ball
Slash
in
over here
North
and then a ward
Eagles
over here.
stick.
It's going to be grey ball.
Grey ball.
You're going to be even for 30, Cody. Even for 30 and then man down for 30.
Okay, you hear there from Abbott, and we thank Shane for being mic'd up and letting us know what's going on.
Wonderful access to the officials, Tony.
It's great to have them on board, isn't it? You get a real insight into what's happening. And
There we go.
There
Half
we go.
the time.
And they will start with the ball in the second half, the North Eagles. They won't have to have a face-off here because of the difference in time penalties. But that's a really good first half of lacrosse.
It
Mr.
was.
Craig Chicker.
It was. Glenelg really got on top there early in that second quarter. Looked to be a little bit more threatening offensively. North struggling to score, but North defensively weren't terrible either. Saving blocking out a couple of man-ups. Glenelg getting away. North getting a late one there through that great individual effort from Braden Simpson down low. 5-3 at the half tone. Who's got him?
Okay, so for the Bays, Keesing's got one. Brody Nichols got one. Kai Williams has one, and Benny Robinson, the sniper, with a couple. And for the North Eagles, we got Garrett Briggs, who started the scoring with that lefty. Gaspari on the bottom corner, he put a hole in the net, and Braden Simpson, he tried to put a hole back the other way, but he has one. It is 5-3 at half time. And we might just have a look at a couple of these replays here, Shicks, as Hayden does his best work. And this is the one where it just stepped inside off the bar. This pick up there from Luke Keesing off his toes.
Yeah, second chance opportunity. Got a nice shot off Jordan Cox. Good enough to get a fair piece of it early, but dribbled in.
And this is the one, I reckon, where Williams just gets inside his man here. No, sorry, Robinson.
Yeah, it was Robinson.
Steps inside his man. A little bit too easy stepping inside, but we
Yep.
saw one down the other end, and that'll be played very shortly, I'd say. With Simpson did the same thing. And this one is Williams. So Williams with the ball. He gets down, goes right, beats his man around, and a good finish on that
Was.
bottom corner.
Yeah. And this was equally as impressive.
And
Tone.
this was a Simpson one, as you say. Just rolls his man upside and loses his feet. And as I said, Cody comes out the cage. And
yeah, it looked like he created an angle there, didn't he?
he did. But Braden Simpson gets his first of the game. We've got a 5-3 game here, and we might go and hear a word from our sponsors. And great sponsors they are.
My name is Chris McGurr, and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship. And if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today. My name is Chris McGurr and I'm excited to be supporting Lacrosse SA in 2022. Our goal is to provide 50 property loans and save our supporters $50,000 through refinance. For every new Lacrosse supporter loan or refinance settled, your club will receive $250 in sponsorship, and if we hit our target, that's $12,500 going to Lacrosse SA clubs this year. So reach out to me today on 0480 311 301 or email me on chris@180finance.com.au to find out how I can save you money today.
And back to the second half of the prelim final here at the beautiful East Torrens Payneham Lacrosse Club. The sun is beaming down, Mr. Craig Schicker, and 1 minute to go before the play.
Interesting here, face-off tone. Why is that?
Because they both
have penalties.
But someone that had possession, that doesn't
Yeah, they
matter?
did have possession, but I believe they're both in the box. And even though there was I thought it might have been because the North Eagles had a longer penalty.
First face-off in the second half. Long pole in again, Palmer. But Briggs has said, I've seen plenty of this action before, and it hasn't phased him one little bit.
Briggs with the ball, under pressure, and just running
Offside.
straight into. He actually went out of bounds on the other side, so he won't be offside. He's actually played that really well, where he's actually gone out of bounds on the halfway, but very, very close to it, Craig, and does get called sometimes from the other side of the box. So North Eagles, with the first opportunity of the second half. Gaspari, okay, man released. They're man up now. The North Eagles runs the bottom corner here. Pops the ball up the top. Simpson. And ball down the back. Simpson just rolling, putting out of pressure, and Simpson just flicks one over the back. And both penalties have been released here. So back to even. Waller with the ball, picked up.
Bartlett's got him. Waller rolls back top centre. Double comes, not required.
Oh, bang! Hits that one on the bottom corner.
Briggs does it with a banged up right hamstring tone. He is not affected at all. Plenty of power in that shot, and goes down low where Cody does his best work, but slips it through. 5-4.
And a great shot as we see here in the replay. You can see the double come, and that's what, just a good shot.
Was.
And he picked that well, didn't he? He had Evans running across in front of the keeper as well, and just put it in a position. So, good job there from Briggs. He gets them back within one goal. And back to a face-off. We have even numbers, and that is Briggs's second for the day here early in the third term. It's a 5-4 game, the way of the Glenelg Lacrosse Club at the moment.
Just doing enough to keep them involved, didn't he, Tone?
Absolutely is. So, ball down the back. I said, we said this was going to be a huge matchup. Just those, Dan Evans just putting plenty of pressure on the bottom hand.
Layer of varnish off the Cascade Pro.
So
and
they're
Coyle says,
just
go on.
No, I'm just watching the substitutions there, and Garrett Briggs doing a fantastic job. But I'm just saying he is labouring slightly, Shicks.
Yeah, well, it looks like it, winning every face and 2 goals so far. So, believe what you want to believe, viewers. Believe what you want to believe.
So, ball down the back. Another opportunity here for the North Eagles to try and tie this one up early in the third. Simpson up against Newman. He's done this before. He just allows him to get upside. He wants to come back in.
Great double Capella. Backdoored him. Well picked up, though. And twist!
Oh, twist! Pops the top corner!
It's a 5-all ball game. Watts.
And Twisky just with some fire up in the top left-hand corner.
Great double early, Capella. We can see that. The double came, dispossession. Great work there.
Came out to Gaspari. Gaspari just looks up, and the whole defence has slid to the other side. And we've got a 5-all game here, and this is what we like for prelim final action.
No one running in front of Watts on that occasion. 1-on-1, Twisky said, I'm going to go to the top shelf.
And he did indeed, and rattled that cookie jar.
Nothing but crumbs left.
Tell you what, I reckon he's put cracks in that jar with that last shot. So 5-all, back to the centre. Oh, and we've got a Ward here, I reckon. Yep, Ward called on Briggs. Someone needs to get the ball, otherwise they're going to just call the... I'll tell you what, I had that this year at Sturt where 3 players just ran off the field.
That's not a Ward either, in my book. That'll be looked at during the week, but either way, 5 apiece.
So Bartlett with the ball.
We mentioned that this game would be won, first of all, on the X-tone, and then the goalkeepers would have a big play in it. Cox at one end has been outstanding. Watts yet to really get involved in this game.
He's only had a couple of saves down there. And then in the face, I mean, Briggs has been dominant, but they are actually bringing the ball to a contest. So Ball up the top here with Matt Bartlett. Picks up the shorty, steps inside, looks in, pops down the bottom. Price just fires that one fair square over the top. Not much angle there.
No angle, a lot of high there. Cox all over it, but so was Robinson. He'll bring it back in. He'll bring it back in. We haven't seen a lot of that shooting low on Jordan Cox this week, Tone, as the Brighton team seemed to do a lot last week.
Well, Brighton did pick it up last week, and they realised that they went low. They were starting to get through that defence of Jordan Cox.
Bartlett likes the matchup on Paddy Gray. So that is looks to be something coming from the coach's box, Tone. Go at 33, but Robinson says, you know what, I'm feeling the hot hand, and I'll go anybody.
Well, sometimes, and ball kicked out the outer side there to Todd Bartlett. Bartlett, nickel, picks up, pops, one pop, there's another one. Oh, wow! That had some heat as the sun just breaks through down that end, and I tell you, that's Kai Williams with a little bit of fire there. What happened here, Shicks? Just steps off his man.
He did. So Oliver North just stuck inside, feet caught up in the mud. Brody Nickel driving hard on Coyle. Coyle doing a good enough job, though no slide required. North hedging a little bit too much, giving Williams time and space.
And
Nickel good enough to find him.
Had some fire there from Williams, didn't it?
6-5. 6-5 for the Seahawks.
So back into the centre. Palmer. And Keesing, if he's going to run that wing with Webber, I mean, he's always looking for him, isn't he? He is?
He is a lot of the time. Yep, he's got plenty of exits, Tone. There's no, if you just look back at those last 5 face-offs he's done, he's come out 5 different ways. So he keeps the opposition guessing, as all face-off guys should do. He's no one-trick pony, that's for sure. He's been fantastic all year, Garrett Briggs, and he's been very good today.
And he's and he hooks up well with Webber. They've got a bit of a connection, haven't they? Those two. And you can see him just getting this offense set up to, and they like Capella. They like that matchup, don't they?
Well, I think Twisker's just going to try and beat him for speed, but Griffin Capella's been very good today so far. Nice angle there, so it's the re-dodge.
And that one's up and over the top. And there was shouts from moving pick, but that was a good pick in the centre.
Good pick, effective. Shot off, back up there for Nate Ryan, and he'll have Evans collect him at true X. Comes and has a look left-hand side.
Looking up the top, just needs to get that ball up into that zone where you don't have to do as much work as that. He's taken K-Man out to the boundary here, so... And just saw Briggs go and give K-Man a little shot too. He might have just told him, I might go through you in a minute. Keesing.
Not with a bung leg, Tone.
Up against Waller. He has some fire in his shot too if he's able to free the hands, this young man.
Getting a little stagnant, North Eagles, at the minute. So if they've got some poise, they'll have a look at this. But here's your man, Briggs,
well,
on
this is a matchup. He literally did just go and give him a little tap in the back and sort of went, right, you know what, you're mine. And I like that from Garrett. K-Man not even watching the player here.
Switches left onto the right, slipping out the back door as Waller. Waller has a look at a cutter coming through. Ryan not on. Isolating on Keesing. Goes left, rolls back right. Double is there from Newman. Leaving Simpson, and Simpson likes this matchup today. He'll have another look at the left-hand side.
He likes to just get down there and roll back in. Oh, another one there! What's unable, and he's just talking to his shorties there about he's not happy with the Keesing in the centre there, who should have been going to that ball. He's just given him a mouthful too, as Watts. Watch here.
He might have been saying, here, you hold the big stick.
He could be.
Keesing sitting, watching. Yeah, but probably no requirement there.
No, you're right.
Probably no requirement to go.
And we've got a 6-all ball game and a great shot there from Simpson, certainly showing his time in the game, isn't he?
How many's he got? Is that his second
That's
or third?
his second for the day.
Second for the day.
So, and he ties it up. Got a 6-all game here at the East Orange Parnham Lacrosse Club, live and free on LSA TV. And a ball out the front this time, as you say, just knocks it back. And that's what he does really well too, doesn't he, Garrett? You know, if he does get to the point, they've got a good communication where he just knocks it back to an opportunity.
Yeah, he's got fantastic awareness of where the opposition are, and again...
And a timeout going to be called here.
He's a quality face-off guy, Tone.
As Coyle with the ball there. picks it up, and he's heading to under a bit of pressure from the long sticker, and the coaching staff of the North Eagles say, well, you know what, we've got possession, we're 6-all, let's have a good set and let's not be put under pressure. So they get to have a talk about it, and really entertaining start to the third quarter, mate.
So with these timeouts, Tone, do you need to be in your own half for the timeouts? I mean, both teams aren't doing it.
No. No, I believe at national level, it's something that we do talk about, and it is asked to go into your own half, but it's never been really a procedure in this game.
Huge next 5 minutes. I don't mean to understate anything here and be Captain Obvious, Tone, but I thought, why not? Next 5 minutes, huge.
In the context of this game,
huge part of this game.
Who's going to stand up, mate? Because at the moment, Glenelg being scored on, and they're good opportunities, and down the other end, you see...
Balls here, balls here, balls here. Cody, balls over here.
So a huge couple of minutes in this game. We're about 7 minutes in. It has been what we would deem a fairly high-scoring quarter so far.
6 apiece as we see Waller just get the Jets on. Newman able to match him. Ryan up high. Likes to look at this with a shorty. He thinks he's in the... Oh, bobbles out the back. Good checking, Matt Bartlett.
With the possession.
Finds himself in.
And might get another one here. So... penalty coming. It's only going to be a push. A hold.
1-0 hold, yeah.
Okay, so just one. Didn't get another one for the one after, but Glenelg. And probably not what the North Eagles just burnt their time out and talked about, is it?
Wouldn't have been in the discussion zone. I wouldn't have thought, no.
You know, they would have been looking for a good set, and the set was find a shorty and take that match up on within 3 passes. I don't think that would have been necessarily what they're talking about, but Glenelg with an opportunity now and a man up. What can they do with this man up? Last time they got shut down a little. Kick ball up the top, the sniper with it this time, fires. Good save from Cox down low. Must have heard him talking about maybe we shoot some low.
They all heard you.
And North with the ball under pressure. Good work there from Briggs. Ball out, still out. It's off Gray, just flicks it back in. Capella, Watts might have to come and get that one.
Look
otherwise
at Simpson's
just coming to it. And that's come off Capella, and that's a North Eagles ball. And a little bit of nerves being shown here at the moment, both ends.
Tone, that's the difference, right? A defender picking up the ball on the sideline, flicking back into the middle. Absolute no-no, but an attacker.
Save there from Watts. Just saw that before. And Cody with an outlet.
Easy outlet, penalty release. So Dan Evans sees numbers back for North Eagles and relax coming back in. Okay. But when an attacker gets that ball on the sidelines there and under pressure, can throw that ball back into the middle, just creates a little bit of chaos, anybody's ball type of scenario. And there was a half chance there.
Half chance. And Braden Simpson, he's got one there about 2 seconds ago. So he's had another look, and Watts has held the post. So could have been a big play in the scheme of things with that ground ball win out here from Briggs pushing it back in. But Capella's got to pick that ball up.
Pressure building both ends. 6 apiece.
Ball kicked up the back top here to Bartlett. Bartlett kicks it out to the sniper. Sniper just tried to put one on, steps inside, pops. And another one, and he's got a big piece of that as Cox. But it's rolled off him and gone over the line. And the sniper with his third of the game.
Defensively there, Waller breaking down. Not breaking down good enough for a short. And Ben Robertson slips the right-hand side. Bit of a speed dodge down the alley. Help couldn't come. Cox did well enough to cover, but looks like
got a big piece of it, didn't he?
Big Cox got the stick in the way, I should say.
Yep, and it just hits Cox and rolls over the line. And they're the awful ones, aren't they, for a keeper? You get a big piece of it.
They are. They are.
So ball back in the centre. Oh, there's a break. That's an easy one for Briggs. And he's and good work there from Palmer to get out of the way, because he could have drawn a penalty there.
Could have, yeah. I thought Briggs could have kept on going.
He absolutely could have, and maybe I'm not sure whether he knew that rule. And it's certainly, and if he'd kept going and Palmer had come to him at any point, it would have been a man-up situation, but not to be. So North Eagles with the ball. They're currently 7-6 down here on the 180 Finance traditional scoreboard. Capella just falls over. The grass monster got him out there. Good work there from Hardis just to back up, but had the had the longie in Weber just sitting by himself. Gaspari, there's that monster that we talked about. He can put it on at any one time, can't he?
Immovable force there, and Pat Palmer doing his best up against him, angling him away. Simpson now's got a new matchup in Kesavan. Likes what he sees, and there's checks on the free arm, which is a good question to raise.
It is,
Tone.
absolutely, and Braden Simpson well within his right.
Briggs out there, so Capella again got his ankles back in check. Waller,
and this is Waller, he has the opportunity, and he just throws that one straight. That was a good work there from Capella, and that might have come off White, I believe.
As
North Eagle ball.
Early ball inside.
They
Nate
need
Ryan
to recover here.
got time inside.
Just throws it away.
And who wasn't ready for that? That was Simpson. Just was looking to go for backup by the looks of it.
And had his back turned, didn't he? Nate Ryan just
pulled the shot and went to him. Chance gone begging.
So 7-6 is the game. Watts with the ball, bringing it out. And this is what we expected from this game, wasn't it? It's been tight all year. And have we got another twist in this one yet? K-Man looks up, hits the longie, and he has just pops it over. No damage done on that ride, and Glenelg with an opportunity in offence.
Sun is a real factor here. The 3:30 effect is taking place, Tony.
Just on the commentators though, Shix, on no one else.
That's right.
Well, maybe on that northern goal, southern goal, but not really, as it just goes down behind the trees here, and you can see the settle of the Glenelg. They're just working out what's going on down here.
Yeah, big couple of possessions here. If they could get some breathing space at 2 up, huge last quarter required from the Eagles. On the other hand, if the Eagles can stop one here and get one back at the other end.
So playing a 1-4 here, the Glenelg Lacrosse Club, and that is okay. So the shot was had right on the bell of the whistle of the end of the third, mate. That snuck up on us. And a 7-6 game here in the prelim final. We hope you're enjoying it live and free on LSA TV and on the YouTube channels and everything else. And it's great to have Hayden Eag, who's running the show today.
Smooth.
And Braden Munn on the camera doing a fantastic job. And what did you see in that third quarter there, Shix?
We saw the battle. The battle continued, Tone. Glenelg getting away. I thought that might have been just enough for North Eagles to start flicking it around. But Eagles good enough there, and we saw another nifty little goal there from the Eagles to bring it back to 7-6. Goal scorers in that quarter, Tone.
Goal scorers in that quarter for Glenelg. I had Kai Williams and who shot a bomb outside, and then Robinson getting in. And then for the North Eagles, we had Briggs get one, Simpson get one, and Twist get one. Actually, no, there probably wasn't that many that quarter. Sorry, I've written it in the wrong. Simpson definitely got one on the bottom corner, and we'll probably see on the replay because I have no idea what I'm talking about at the moment.
Thank you, Hayden. Let's bail him out because.
So this is steps down, kicks it to the bottom corner.
Briggs got one
and that was Briggs. Sorry, that was Briggs underhand, and Simpson got one on the bottom corner.
Between irregulation and
strong drive up the right hand side. Double came Capella. Through ball.
Oh, this is the twist. So twist, yep. No, all right. There were 3 in that quarter.
You tripped yourself up, Tone. You're spot on. Oh, no, just the 2 that quarter. Nothing from Braden Simpson.
He got one down here.
He did.
He got one on the bottom corner.
All right.
The old question mark.
The old question mark. The old Paul Marshall spell. Here it is. I wasn't dreaming. He just gets down, pops inside, and this just pops that one away with limited angle and puts it across the keeper.
That's right. Where were you?
I second guess myself sometimes, Shix.
Yeah, well,
I should never do that.
I jumped on it too. I thought, here's my chance to rub one in.
So a 3-2 quarter there to the North Eagles. And has this been set up for a cracking fourth quarter? Winner of this game going through. It doesn't really need saying, to the grand final, and the loser, they're off to Mad Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Still no Tom Polden. He is fully geared up, but standing at the other end of the bench. So questions remain. Maybe saving himself for a last-minute thrust.
I saw him come off, and it looked like he was hobbling. Maybe I got him mixed up with Garrett Briggs before. You know, it happens.
It does. Yes, it does.
So ball back in the centre here to start the fourth. And we hope you're enjoying it live and free on LSA TV. And ball out So just covering. Slide comes. Gaspari steps in. Good defence there from K-Man. And just enough as Webber picks the ball up. And tell you what, he's got some good stick skills down there, the longie for North Eagles. So a huge play in the context of this game early, Shicks. If they can get one away here and tie it up early in the fourth, put the pressure right back on the Glenelg Seahawks.
It will.
And Braden Simpson, is he the man to do it? Because he's picked up Seb Hardis, stepped around, and there he goes again. Good save. Pops.
Second chance. Doesn't have it. Oh,
Ball down the back. Pops.
Briggs muscles his way through. Look, a bulldozer, sand going everywhere.
And just didn't touch him there. He just fell. So ball to be won. And Keesing is that man. Just went to ground too easily there, Briggs. I think he was playing for that one. And we see Keesing bring it down the other end. So an opportunity there for the North Eagles, not taken. Glenelg bring it down the other end, and they will have their first set of offense for the fourth quarter, leading 7-6 here.
They will, as the sun just lowers that little bit, Tone. We're 5 or 10 minutes away from cancelling out with some shade across the field, so might get a few nice early shots here, far side
and from
of the
that,
field.
Yeah, that other side of the field there's just that mottled shadow and sun, isn't there? So how much does that affect the ball coming out of a stick?
Keesing likes his match up with Waller. Just has a little shaky down the back corner. Throws a high ball. Robinson good enough. Bartlett now. He's out there. Mitch Speck hasn't seen a lot of game time today, but he's out there top centre now.
Evans on Ryan. Nate Ryan, that is. And Dan Evans looks like he likes what he's got here. So Nate Ryan steps, pops. Oh, Evans gets inside too easily. Slide comes and there's a flag thrown by the black and white here in Shane. And we might listen to Shane when this is called.
Yeah, that'll be Webber.
Great 33. Great 33.
So Patrick Gray.
One.
With a slash. Now, was that in the play or was that after
Let's
the
have a
shot?
look at it. Let's have a look at it,
Before.
Tony.
So before the play?
Great 33.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's right on it, isn't it? With the shots had, and then he nails him with one.
So as good as you, mate, I could.
Right on it is Shane Abbott there, but they're going to be a face-off position here in Glenelg with a man-up opportunity. 8-6 is the score. And big and inside there from Dan Evans. He liked his matchup on that outer side there, Shicks.
He did. I think the important part is they're getting that double coming from Paddy Gray, who's just been found in no man's land again. Arriving late to the scene.
Ball. Briggs up against Keesing. Keesing fighting for the ball. It's a good contest. That's a good contest. Let him play. Yeah, we like that. Webber, he's already taken the ball out of the stick of Kai Williams once, and he's just done it again there, but Williams with enough pace to get away from that one. And you know what? That's just great lacrosse, Chicks.
Good lacrosse, yep. Good speed, good pace in the game. That's what we want to see.
But now Glenelg with a man-up opportunity. They're currently leading 8-6. This is a big opportunity for them to put the biggest margin in the game in a man-up. And what have they got here as they get their man-up team on?
Sniper.
Oh, looks down the bottom corner, and there he is! Luke Keesing just standing by himself. And he gets one.
Boy, they didn't do their homework because they pulled that one off exactly like that last week.
Just see here on the 180 finance. Keesing just sort of rolls down there, head turns. No one picks him. Oh, late slide coming over there.
Yeah, Sword Roberts completely out of position there, pushing hard on that wide 45, opening up the alley down low. Even if that slide was efficient enough, Tone, that left the crease open, so it was always going to be a score. Good look by Williams, good finish by Keesing.
And 9-6 the scoreline, Shicks. Biggest lead of the day to any one team.
Way too far to bring back. Alarm bells ringing.
So Briggs with the ball. Just fires. He's not seen the guy coming from behind. And that's great work. And that's going to be a hold. There'll be a 30-second hold there.
One slash.
Oh, he's got a slash. So a slash for Price. And they're going to have to get back on side here as they just work that out. But an opportunity here for the North Eagles in a man-up.
very important position here, Tony. They need to score nice and early as they can.
Well, this is where that third quarter where they blew that time out with the guy coming down here. If you'd kept them in this, there's an opportunity to stop a clock if they do score. But they've got one time out left of the North Eagles. Gaspari. It is currently 9-6. Run their rotation. Kicks it down the back. Twist.
Oh, he's on in the crease.
Simpson.
No.
Oh, just did not pick him up, did he? So ball still up the top. Gaspari looks down the middle. Pops, puts, and that's down through the 5-hole. And Simpson gets another one.
Good score. So that's fine. Timeout not so much required. They know Briggs is going to get this. So Glenelg will have to go all defensive on this wing here. If Briggs can win this face-off and push forward.
See here on the replay, Shix just gets down, looks down, great pass down the bottom corner, and just didn't get there quick enough, did he? I wasn't sure whether that Dan Evans, I think, on the bottom corner, just didn't quite get there, and Cody looking down at his toes, but he should have been looking further behind him.
Well, he was in the end. So it looks like penalty released as well.
So even on the numbers on the ground.
Yeah, we're good.
It is 7-9. And
Keep going.
Ball to be one, and still a bit. This is a big ground ball. So Weber against Evans, and Evans goes to ground, comes off a red foot. Oh, gone the other way.
No, that's the right call. That's the right call.
Oh, I thought that came off Weber's foot there. It'd be great to see a replay on that.
Out off Evans there. Weber jumping over.
Coach, you can go.
So looks like.
What's he done? Just getting up slowly.
Just knackered himself.
Okay,
right.
so might have
couple of deep breaths, Tone.
might have just not been wearing a cup. And going to ground there, Shix. Had the opportunity to pick up a ground ball, decided he'd go to ground with the pressure on his back.
All the way back there.
That is the
ball.
That is the pressure that
Shane, yeah.
Weber provides. He makes simple situations turn into sticky situations, Tony.
And have we got the twist we were talking about earlier?
We've got the twist. Let's hope the twist can deliver the twist. Oh, as
needs to just Gaspari.
The postman.
And he won't mind being up here and stuck out on Palmer. Oh, good check there from Palmer.
Yes, there we
needs
go.
a ground ball here.
Waller needs to get in
Someone
there.
needs to pick that ball up.
Glenelg all over this ground ball, aren't they?
Still, it finds its way to Briggs' stick. And he just takes it to the outer side. Good ground ball there from Garrett Briggs. Pick being set from Waller, who was perfectly still.
He was.
And we got Twist with the ball here. 7.5 minutes gone in the fourth term. We've got a 9-7 game here on LSA TV.
McCard finds himself out in the offense now with that shiny red. Looks beautiful, that helmet. Twist, high right. Capella defending. Looks to go right on the alley. Finds someone.
Oh, that's
tries
not
to
a
shoot through a lane. Can't find it.
I think he was expecting Cody not to think that he was going to score.
Good check there. So on the clear, poor clear. Set up Ben Newman on that one. And Cody's in there unhappy with that clear. Look at Waller just waltz past Bartlett.
Oh, needs to step out on that. Shot over the top. Nearly cleans up security at the back there. in Tremlett.
Yeah.
Normally in the black and white, but he's in the black today. So ball back up the top to Waller. Picks up Keesing. Keesing kicks it out to Simpson against Kesavan. And just wanting to extend this defense a little bit to give some space behind. They want the bite to come. Good double. Pops down, looks the other side. Waller pops, puts. Save there from Watts. And looks out. And the pressure is on. Paddy Palmer just standing here by himself. And needed to be at that outlet as two came. Just needs to kick over. And Palmer with the motors, and we've got a timeout called to Glenelg. And Glenelg
9-7, Tone. It'd be good to have a time call here, wouldn't it? But
I reckon we've got about 5.5 minutes, Chicks.
A little bit of pressure forming.
No, I'm good.
We think Waller having an outside shot. He went low. Probably not the right shot. You'd like him just to hold on to that a little bit better and get a little bit more structure and find out exactly
And we've got a 4-minute call here, I think. I heard.
That's just from the crowd, Tone. We can go with that if you like.
Well, I'm trying to listen to the referees here.
6 minutes left.
6 minutes left. Here you go.
And 12 seconds.
And 12 seconds. So you hear it straight from the horse's mouth. 6 minutes and 12 seconds left in this fourth term.
Plenty of time. Don't go with the crowd time.
6 minutes and 12 seconds. As one of our good sponsors just walks past in traditional. Tradvc.com.au 83763639. Get in touch with them.
He is Wayne and Raylene there are giving me the thumbs up, saying you give us a call any time you like over this weekend. Day and night, Sudsy will answer that mobile phone.
And you'd be ringing because you've just got in touch with Young Real Estate because you've just bought an older house.
John.
And you might want some...
Johnny Young, I've just bought a house. Or can you find me a house? Yes,
Can you find me a house? I've got
Okay.
your house. It's a little underdone. Well, we can buy that at good price. Best in the market of Young Real Estate. YoungRealEstateSA.com.au. Get in touch with them. Our latest sponsors.
I don't have the money, Tone.
Oh, get in touch with the 180 Finance Chicks on
Chris McGurk.
And on 180finance.com.au, save yourself some money and also put $250 into your club's pocket. As Keesing looks to take some time out of the game here, and I think Glenelg will probably look at seeing how much time they can take out of the game. As the slide comes there.
A bit early to do this, Tone, you
Well,
think?
two up. You know, I don't think they'll care if there's a stall call. North have to push out. So if they can wipe 1 or 2 minutes off in this set and have a good set, you know, it's setting them up for a nice cut there from Brody Nickel. But they do look like they're just kicking.
Keep it in!
There we go, and the stall call set early. So now North Eagles can put some pressure out. They can't bring it over the restraining line. And I don't think Glenelg are too upset with this, but an early stall call as they weren't attacking the cage. For those of you new to lacrosse, once that stall call goes on, you cannot take it up above the third restraining line. If you do, it's a turnover. And the only way it can be waved off is a save from the keeper or a goal. So ball down the back, and there's no pressure coming at all. So they can literally just jog out. And we see this a lot in the men's game when we get to these close games, Chicks, where they just take the time out.
It's 6.5 minutes.
Well, 6 minutes 12. So, yeah.
6 1/4.
I mean, but the way these quarters are going, if they can take 2 minutes off in a set, even with a stall call,
The way the sport is going, we'll end up 4-3 soon.
we will.
You coached a few of those games this year, didn't you, Shiggs?
Not through
Not through one.
fault of trying.
Not through.
Let
Oh,
me
there's
tell
a
you.
moving pick almost. So that could have turned it over. But again, no pressure being put out onto the attacking team here. So they can literally just hold it for 6 minutes and step into a grand final if they want. Shots had. So that one didn't hit the keeper, didn't hit the cage. So the stall call will stay on.
Look at Roberts leaving plenty of space for
Keep
Keesing.
it
He
in.
needs to be out there as a senior player. He needs to understand this point of game.
So they've wiped off 2 minutes 30 Chicks in that little set.
Yeah. Yep. Well, there you go.
So Roberts just running. They need to get some doubles on this. And this is what Glenelg are wanting him to do. They want him to... here comes... Oh, there's a flag!
Shocking.
And that is what the other one... And look at the flag right there from Shane Abbott. That has touched the stars.
That's it. That's a curtain call, Tone.
Well,
Pull
they're now
the
man...
curtains across.
They are now man up. And Glenelg were looking for that pressure to come out with that extended pressure for the defence, were they?
Well, it wasn't coming at all. On the restart, they sat back inside and allowed Glenelg to do what they wanted to do. After 2.5 minutes of just soaking time up. And then, of course, the poor check.
And we've got an illegal procedure here also on the bench.
On Gray.
So an illegal substitution on Gray to go with a minute penalty for the slash. They will be 2 men down here in a 4 zone.
Keep it in, keep it in.
And they've got to keep it in still. And that's a good shot from the sniper. And I reckon that one, Chicks, has just put a dagger in the heart of the North Eagles.
Well, the dagger was already placed, Tone. That is a twist.
2.5
He's
minutes.
just shivved and twisted. And Robinson, with one every quarter of this game, puts that death knell in that coffin.
4 last week to Ben Robinson, 4 again this week. He's been on fire at the right time of the year, and he so often understated and forgotten about Ben Robinson. But like you've mentioned so many times, Tone, he is the sniper.
He is a sniper.
Time and space.
And just has an unbelievable shooting target, doesn't he?
Well, he picks the knots out in the net.
He does.
That's how accurate he can be.
So 10-7 is the game. Is there anything left for the North Eagles here as Palmer trails Garrett? They're going to have to try and put some quick shots on here, and we've seen them do it before.
We have.
And we saw Burnside last week put 4 on...
Waller, another dispossession there. This time Seb Hardis.
Ball
Pat
to be
Palmer,
won.
hard ball to win.
Or just a little up check. That might have... and there's a hold there
That's a
too,
hold,
loose
isn't
ball hold. So the whistle's being put away. We've got a push on North Eagles. North Eagles will take the ball.
We've seen this before, Tone. Well, under pressure when ground balls are needed to be got.
And just drop the ball, and Waller steps inside. Good double there by the Glenelg defender.
Yeah, Seb
Kicks it up
Hardis.
the top. Ball here. He'll get her in, swing around. Good save there again from Watts. As K-Man picks it up, he dragged it straight back through the crease. Cannot do that. And ball will start on the outer side.
So a little bit of manic offense happening now, Tone. A bit of chaos down there, but
We've got about a minute and a half left, I reckon, Chicks.
still no shot on Cage.
So Evans, where's the double? His steps, pops, puts it away. And Braden Simpson hasn't given this game up yet, has he?
He hasn't.
But that's his 4th of the game. He's got 2 in the last quarter.
He's been great, Braden Simpson. That's fantastic
But
shooting.
we've got a 10-8 game now. We'll watch here on the replay. Just gets around. K-Man just steps upside. And
How about that for a double whammy? Get the ground ball, put your foot back in the crease, give them another chance. They go straight back at you, and you cough one up and they score.
And Glenelg not happy with that. The coaches have called their last time out. I don't know what they're going to talk about there.
Well, this is really helping North Eagles, isn't it? They're,
Absolutely.
giving them an extra timeout amongst it all.
Well, they're up at about 2. They've just scored a goal,
How
and
long
maybe
we
they're talking about trying to take the...
Hey?
and we
We might see if we can get a
How long?
time update.
122 left in the 122 left in the game here.
One more to grey.
So do the North Eagles. I mean, Glenelg gave up 4 goals in the last 4 minutes last week, Shicks, against Burnside.
Yeah, probably game
Game done. They took the foot
might
off the
have been
gas,
a
but
slightly different scenario. But
Trying to build it
Eagles- Well, I mean, what we don't have is what we didn't have last week was pure face-off
dominance.
dominance. So if Briggs can somehow go forward, but I would suspect full-out defensive mechanisms here.
So 122 on the clock.
Keesing to take the face-off for Glenelg.
And huge face-off in the context of this game, isn't it?
Long pole going to Webber on the attacking side, and we got Dan Evans running deep on the defensive side for Glenelg.
So a 10-8 game on LSA TV. Ball in the stick of
Briggs.
And he's found his
Briggs
mate
to Webber.
on the outer side.
Webber will push.
Webber will push. He can push, and he doesn't mind a shot getting back inside. And if he has an opportunity, he will pop. Good save from Watts. That come off the feet. But it's gone to K-Man again, who's got the ball in his stick.
He's coughed it up.
Coughed it up again, and that might be a loose ball push. No, let him play.
Oh.
Yep, we've got a call on the outer side. We've got a loose ball push going the other way.
Okay.
So maybe I saw that one wrong, Shicks.
Yep.
Maybe he got pushed into him, not sure.
Over there in the shadows, man. I'll let you off on that one.
It's on the outer side, isn't it?
It is.
So limited time in this. They'll need to get one away here to have another opportunity. And Glenelg, they just need to play some good defence here and just try and keep it out.
Close to a minute left.
So
Briggs with ball. Palmer defending.
What have the North Eagles got? Just steps past way too easy and misses the
That was a
cage.
fantastic opportunity.
Great effort there from Briggs. Just did everything right, didn't he?
Did.
Apart from put it in the back of the net.
Palmer going for the big takeaway on the 45. Coughed it up. Briggs walks in. This time round here, looks like it could be Waller.
Double
Simpson.
comes, good double there from the Seahawks.
Simpson.
Simpson, he's not done with it. He's got the last one. Ball down, still in his stick, and time is running out here for the North Eagles.
Good call.
And a timeout to the North Eagles. They use their last one with limited time. And there wouldn't be any more than 30 seconds on the clock here, Shix.
Glasbrook running out to the boys with some bottles. So let's hope he has a little play tucked up that sleeve of his. And the boys, it was a pretty good timeout. I thought he might have called it a little bit earlier if he needed to when Simpson went down.
When Simpson went down, Shix, I was expecting the timeout to come then.
But he got there in the end. Might have been a delay from the CBOs. Not sure. We'll give him a leg up. We'll give him a leg up there.
Yep. Right call in the context of the game. But it gives the North Eagles an opportunity to put one away. It stopped clock in the last couple of minutes.
So what are you saying there at that timeout, Tone?
What I'm saying is...
what are you saying next year?
Next year, I'm saying Garrett and Shane won't be here. So let's give them a send off and let's not send them off this week.
Yep,
Keep it good here, White.
So Palmer up against Briggs.
Webber out there as well, setting a big screen.
Just steps inside, pops, and that's come off the bar, pops over the top, and nothing there from Waller.
Not without their chance again. Briggs has
Just
missed.
need to try and get inside here. Good double comes, and we got flags going, but that is game.
Let's go.
What have you got?
Another one going. Ricky now has thrown another one.
1-5.
Yeah, 1-5.
Yep, I got the same.
Clock is on the field. I thought they blew the whistle for the end of game there.
Huge foul. Two of them threw it, and then a third one came.
Time is finished before the
Okay.
Time's
Done?
finished before the flags. That is game. That's game on the play. Glenelg will find themselves into a grand final. And I thought that was the case, Shix. I thought I heard the game clock go before those flags went up.
Well, you should have said it then, Tone.
Well, I did. If we go back to the replay, Hayden, he's all over this. Hayden can go back to the replay and replay me saying that. But the whistle had gone before the flags went up. So game over. And congratulations to the Glenelg Lacrosse Club. Commiserations to the North Eagles. What a fantastic season they've had. But just not able to get the job done today. And they will get around each other. But they've certainly had some players stand up this year, haven't they, the North Eagles?
Well, they're imports, yes.
Yeah.
Braden Simpson was phenomenal today.
Today, Braden Simpson, fantastic.
He was
Throwing
pretty good
4.
last week too.
What have we got in the goal scorers there, Tone?
So
8 to 10.
Goal scorers, Briggs had 2 for the game for the North Eagles.
Didn't he have some great opportunities there at the end?
that last one to get inside and put it, and would have come back to a face-off. Limited time, you've got to give yourself the opportunity. Gaspari with 1, Braden Simpson with 4 great goals for the game, and Twisky with 1. And then for the Seahawks, Keesing got 2, Nickel got 1, Kai Williams got 2, the sniper just set his sights for 1 1/4 and he got that. And then Dan Evans getting 1 away. And that is a 10-8 game here at the East Orange Payneham Lacrosse Club. And who do you pick out for BOG in that game, Shix?
Briggs.
For me, agreed. On the losing side, absolutely. I think
well,
Briggs.
it's fine.
I think Briggs is the best player on the ground today. So congratulations. We'll give him the 180 Finance Traditional.
We will. Good crowd here today, Tone. Just starting to disperse now, but most of them stayed around right to the end, which is really good to see. Unfortunately for the North Eagles, they bow out in straight sets. Not without a fight, though. They were very good last week. Unfortunate again today. Early injuries could have cost them, I suppose. Polden, that goes down with an extra stick to carry it around. Glenelg, strong enough down the stretch, weren't they? And,
Look at that. I look taller with that angle of the camera.
You do. You do.
I do. But right now, we move on to next week to the beautiful Woodville Lacrosse Club. And you're right, Shix, probably don't need them on. Beautiful Woodville Lacrosse Club. It's always good to play grand finals down at Woodville, isn't it?
For me, it was always very good, yeah.
Well, I know you've played a few down there, and but
it is good. Look, the field's fantastic at the moment. You'll get down there next week. It's immaculate condition. Woodville Lacrosse Club, they'll put on a good show. It's good that it's back at the clubs now. East Torrens have had a great day today by all reports. North Adelaide and Glenelg last week. Sturt have been doing a great job hosting the girls' finals on a Friday night. Next week, though, Tone, no Friday night, Saturday games.
Oh, you wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Home of the grand final for Lacrosse SA.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to a huge, huge day. What do you got? Early tips. What do we got in the D2?
For D2 women?
D2 women. What do we got?
I don't know. I don't know who made it through today.
Glenelg, Brighton
Glenelg,
dominant all year.
Yeah, Brighton probably for me.
I think Brighton quite comfortably. D1 women, will be...
That'll be Brighton and Glenelg.
and I'm going
Again?
to say Glenelg on this occasion.
Well, Glenelg looked good against... Glenelg looked really good against Burnside today. So, yep, potentially.
Yep.
So the men...
The men D2.
D2...
West Torrens have been
West Torrens have been a powerhouse.
all year.
For me, West Torrens.
So Glenelg have surprised everyone and getting
getting
from
through.
fourth.
Yep.
So cameraman's just raising his eyebrows here. He's licking his lips for a GF
he just wants
spot
he
as
wants
well.
a spot
so
as well.
keep an eye out for
Shooting
that.
bombs from downtown is Braden Munn.
They won't have it all their own way,
No.
West Torrens.
I'll tell you
but,
what, though, the Div 1 men,
Div 1 man, well,
that's going to be a cracking game.
Brighton dominant again all year, and today just flexed.
Apart from the... Yeah,
Had
they
a
flexed today against Burnside, didn't they?
Hiccup last week. So Glenelg, Brighton in the D1, you're going with?
I'm going to go Brighton. I think they've been dominant most of the year.
Yep, I'll go the young bucks from
Glenelg.
and then the state league games, Tone. So we've got Brighton sitting in the wings today, waiting for these two results.
Well, I made a big call during the week. I said the winner of this game wins the grand final. I'm going to stick by that.
Okay.
So I'll have Glenelg and it'll be a game like today.
In the men's, yeah.
In the men's?
Yep. Well, I'm going to be interested to see what happens midweek. 3 guys coming back into that Brighton team. So we'll see what happened bylaw-wise.
3 of them.
3 Aussie under 21 players back into that team.
Which could mean someone misses out in the grand final next week.
Quite possibly. So I'm going to go Brighton on this occasion.
right,
I think the week off will help them out. 3 guys coming back in.
And then mate, I'd like to say the women can get it done, but I just think Brighton are too strong. They're going to, and Glenelg, they played well last night, but they're going to have to lift to another level in the women's to even get on terms with Brighton next week.
Couldn't agree more.
Nah. So I think Brighton by you know what, if it was sports bet and gamble responsibly, you'd be getting $1.08 for about 10-goal win.
Put the house on it, mate. London to a brick.
London to a brick. So
I'm going for a Brighton double. You're going for a
Glenelg Brighton
men. So very good.
But I'll tell you what, and big thank yous today.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, thank you to Braden Munn. Been
How good is he?
fantastic out there in the.
And what about the little quiz questions last night, mate? We're all over that, aren't we? You didn't get to rope them out today.
Well,
but
we weren't all over it. No,
we weren't. We were close though.
Stumbled all around it, but we got there in the end.
We did get there in the end.
And
Hayden Eag, mate.
the smoothness.
I'll tell you what.
I
have not had one run. I had not had one run.
Like the finest Italian coffees today. It was just rich, smooth.
And it had the crema on it, didn't it?
Oh,
just had the... It did. And, our player of the game today was Garrett Briggs.
Yep.
By a long way.
Yep.
And we might just be going to get him, I think. Chicks, I think there's a little...
Surely not. But
and this doesn't happen, obviously, without you, Shicks. With the great man, with the commentary. I mean, the insights you bring to this game are amazing. And you call a spade, which is what it should be.
Well, I try to, right?
You should.
I try
Unbiased,
to be unbiased.
Straight down the line.
Yep.
Tell it how it is, and if you don't like it, hey, there's a little place on the southern tip of Tasmania that's open on a first Monday of every month from 9:01 to 9:02. You have to be there in person to go and make your complaint. So if you've got a complaint with it, get down to Tasmania.
Like it or lump it.
Hey,
yeah.
And and we love bringing this to you.
We do.
Marty's trying to get Garrett Briggs. I don't know whether he does want to come and have a chat.
Don't hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't need to come over here and talk to us after a final exiting like that. So I reckon we're pretty well right to close up shop. Tone, what do you think?
Yep.
We'll close up shop.
Yep, we're going to close up shop here. So I'll tell you what, next week, buy your tickets online early because it's going to be a fantastic day at the Woodville Lacrosse Club for all the grand final action here in Lacrosse, South Australia. And we will be there next week.
Thank you, East Torrens. Great day.
Perfect weather in the end, wasn't it?
Yep.
Hey? But I'll tell you what.
We look for the much the same next weekend.
Absolutely.
Tone, and I'm not going to take it from you.
No. You've been Craig Schicker.
Go on.
I've been Tony Watts. And until the sticks are swinging next week, we'll see you live at the grand finals.